Very welcome to the second episode and a super special of Yes I Can, the Actors Podcast. And with me today I have Daniela and Melanie Reichert, two German actresses with some really big successes already. And as you know, the audience, that I'm only interviewing people that are very self-reliant, that create their own success, and that actually have had some major success. I'm super happy to have you both. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Lisa. Thank you that we are here and that we have now this talk. I'm really curious about it.
Yes, me too. So the first thing, because I guess the audience doesn't know you, tell us a little bit about your story, who you are, a little bit where you come from. I know a shortcut of that, right?
Yeah. So we were born in the west of Germany, and we started acting when we were 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
First with school theater, and when we were 16 with a professional theater, and with 17, 18, something like that, we started to shooting movies.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we moved on. We went to acting school, and now we had some really great movies for German broadcast, TV, and cinema. Our last huge project was Chantal im Märchenland.
Yes, and it's been one of the most watched.
It's the most watched cinema movie since 2019.
Yeah, and that is actually incredible. And tell us a little bit maybe about this role. Like, you can see them on your Instagram. I will also tag that.
Yeah.
And you can see it right on top. You pinned it. And I think these two ladies are just like hilarious. And how was the role worked with that? Like, how did you start getting into the characters? How was the process of the role?
So it was really interesting. We got this audition, and it was only for one role.
Oh, okay.
And we both got the same audition. So we're looking kind of similar. So this can happen. And what we decided were that we create 2 different characters.
Yeah.
And really different. So I created my own character for this audition, and Daniela's her. And then we made one self-tape together, which we improvised.
Where we created an own scene for 2 roles in a way.
Yeah, because we are twin sisters and we want to use this.
You want to use it, yeah. But let us go a little slower here, because it's so interesting what you're saying.
Yes.
So how do you work your characters? Because you're just saying, like, I'm working my characters. And even working actors sometimes struggle to invent their characters powerfully and know, okay, this is... So tell us a little bit about that process. How do you do that?
So we work together with our acting coach.
Okay.
And we played a bit with archetypes, but also with 2 or 3. I think you had 2 and I had 3. I'm not sure at the moment. Adjectives.
Yeah.
So which we integrate into the character, and we also used some Chekhov work.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, I'm a Chekhov teacher and a Chekhov student, so I'm like on fire for this. So you're taking the time and the money to get a coach for that audition.
Yes.
And I'm saying that and repeating that for the audience, because oftentimes I feel like what you do right, because I know you for a longer time, is that you take this casting super serious. You say, like, this is for me a potential role that I can really get. This is a job that I can manifest and really do in reality. Yes. And then you treat it like this. And you do all the work necessary, and you really go into it, and you even book a coach for that, you invest in that. Let's also say that, because we actors, it is also part of that career, especially in the beginning, to invest a lot in the acting, right?
Definitely, but on the other hand, and this is why I'm loving my acting teacher so much, she always says, okay, have fun and don't really think about to get the job, have the job or something. It's
yes.
more about like the creation of a character, of playing, to have fun during that process of creating this character and to step in front of the camera and recording it.
Yes.
It was only more about that. And then we made this self-tapes, and
Yes.
after this, I need to say, we did, I think, the one we created by our own, we did it, I think, only one time.
Yes.
And it was the first shot.
Yeah.
Which we
Which we used. And it was like, okay, we had also not so much time during that week. And we decided, okay, for me it's like more like, okay, I have these characters now and I really love this, and I don't care about if I get the job, but I created something which I really love.
Yes.
It was more about that.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
And then I was like, okay, if I don't get the job, I will ask them if I can use it for
my show reel or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
self-tape,
Yeah.
because I really liked it.
Yeah.
And then the casting director wrote our agency, hey, yeah, we can't make the decision now. There are some changes in the script, and this can mean everything. Sometimes that they change the roles,
Yeah.
or whatever. And I was like, okay, great. And
But they liked it.
They liked it.
They liked it, and I was like, okay, that was enough for me. I'm feeling really grateful for that opportunity, and I'm fine with it. I'm in peace with it in a way.
Yeah. And then our agency, 1 week later, our agency called us and said, you have both the roles, because the director loved what you did.
Wow.
And changed the script, and they want to have you both.
That is amazing. Okay. Wow. I love that. And coming back again, I want to, because we're trying in this podcast, what I'm trying is to help the actors to look into your minds, because there's decisions you're making that are good. And also in the interviews with the other actors.
Can I correct you?
So, yes.
It's that are not decisions which are only good.
Yeah.
Maybe that are also decisions which are really brave. And thinking out of the box.
Thinking out of the box. Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. For me, good is like,
okay.
It's like smart. It's like courageous. It's brave. It's sustainable. It's like effective. It has all these components, right? But thank you for saying that. And so taking that coach, why do you make that decision? I'm sure you don't even think about it anymore like nowadays, but it's very different than from what other people do.
Yeah, but we knew that it was like a huge project.
Yeah.
And for this, I'm like, okay, I noticed, okay, I want someone who's supporting me and maybe see different perspectives.
Yeah.
Yes.
And bring some impulse into this character and into the scene. Because sometimes, and maybe you're excited, and that's totally fine, that's amazing, but sometimes you can't see every view, every perspective of this. And this is what Melanie and I mostly do when we feel, or when it feels like it's really important for us.
Yes, and also another thing is, it was the first time that we asked this acting coach.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was really intuitively, and it felt really great in this moment to do this.
Yeah.
So there's one intuition. Really follow your intuition. When you have this calling inside you, then do it.
How do you establish that? So do you take time to meditate or sit down with a white paper and reflect? How do you? Is it something that for now already comes super impulsive to you as a thought, or
it was like I got this audition via email and from our agency, and I had this impulse. Oh my gosh, it's the director which I want to work since I was, I don't know, around 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I had the impulse. Okay, I need some support.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ask the acting teacher which I used before.
Yeah.
But I didn't have this hell yes inside me.
Well, it's more like to step with one inner part into the imagination of I'm working with this person,
Ah,
and then
thank you
it
for being
feels
so
like
precise. Yeah.
it feels.
Is there a yes?
Is there a yes or is there a no, or how's the energy there?
Okay.
And then I step maybe into another one,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh yeah, there's some more energy. We wrote both.
Yes, we
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
both. And the funny thing was that
Yeah.
that the acting coach which we worked together with before, she hadn't time.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, and with Teresa, I really had this. Yes, I have to do it with her.
Okay.
I had this in a yes.
Yeah.
And this is also something which I recommend when you create roles, to really have this hell yes when you create a character.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it doesn't fit so perfectly
Yes,
in your body.
and sometimes maybe it feels scary in the beginning. I